We've always been there with you from the start. Together we share in the news all around us. The glory, the hope, and the heart. We're first with the pictures, and first with the story. We're first in the evening, and first every morning. News Center 6, together we're making a difference. We're breaking away toward tomorrow. These changing times changing us too. Reaching out to the Capital District, the nation, the world, and to you. We're first with the pictures, and first with the story. We're first in the evening, and first every morning. News Center 6, together we're making a difference.
Hey, Montgomery Ward versus anybody else. The Montgomery Ward Lawn and Garden Sale. All mowers, grills, and other tractors on sale now.
Miss Mona invites you to the best little whorehouse in Texas, April 25th through 28th at Niskayuna High. Call 377-5101. Y'all come.
As a general rule, kids will not eat what's good for them. The exception, cholesterol-free super fries from McCain.
Hey!
In the bag that opens and closes.
I was lonely, I was bored. When you're using drugs, it does progress. I had to have it.
They will suck you up and kill you in a quick second.
I'm only 18 years old, and look what I've done to myself. I didn't think it happened to me. Nobody thought it happened to me.
Steve died from cocaine that was mixed with nitroglycerin, and it gave him a heart attack.
Drugs. The decision is yours. Before you decide, get the facts. Watch The End of Innocence, Monday night at 8 on TV6.
Ernie Tatro, Tracy Egan, Mike Cairns, and John Cesarich. Now, live, the #1 news in the Capital District. This is the News Center 6 Night Team Reports.
Good evening. Tracy has the night off. Friction between college students and residents living in the downtown Troy area tonight is being blamed for sparking a rash of attacks. The most recent one just this morning on the Russell Sage campus. Kathleen Galagli joins us now to tell us more. Kathleen?
This latest attack was in broad daylight, right at 10 a.m. this morning. Tonight, students are speculating that the attacks in recent weeks may be a result of tension between the residents of the Collar City and the students themselves. A freshman co-ed attacked right on campus.
The two guys were leaning against the wall, and one of them said to the other, "I hear Sage girls like to whatever."
This is where she was approached by those two men, and that's where those comments were made. Then one of the men grabbed her arm, and she either was pushed or fell to the ground. At that point, she was screaming, and it could have been those piercing screams which scared those men away. There have been similar incidents reported in recent weeks, and as a result, police patrols have been beefed up. Since it appears none of the cases are related, students now fear community rivalry is to blame.
A lot of people refer to people that live in Troy as Troilets. They work hard and don't get any appreciation, and they're not going anywhere, and we're going someplace, and maybe that they're jealous.
We just have a bad image of each other, and so, I mean, you're a Sage girl, you're a Sage College student, so you're getting attacked because of it.
The school's administration says that will be looked into.
We have always attempted to be good neighbors with other members of the Troy community. Maybe it's time for some more open discussions with the larger Troy community if the students have that concern. The students attacked today suffered just minor injuries, but the changes which may occur on campus now may be considered major. The school is even considering hiring a paid escort service to help get some of those students around.
What would have brought this on now, more so this year than past year? I don't ever remember anything like this.
Right. Well, what some of the students are speculating anyway, that it could have been because the first attack got so much publicity that possibly the media hype over the whole thing could have spurred on the other attacks. Something police are looking into.
But they're going to take action.
Right.
Stop it. Okay. Thank you. On the night beat tonight, police are at the scene of a two-car accident on Washington Avenue in Albany. Police say one of the cars involves a public safety vehicle from SUNY Albany. We have no other details on the accident. And North Greenbush officials are at the scene of a truck rollover on Blooming Grove Drive. Police say that truck may be leaking gas onto the road. In Skodak, fire officials are investigating the cause of a huge barn fire. 4 fire companies fought unsuccessfully to save the barn on Pioneer Road. No injuries there. And Vermont authorities report a chairlift accident at Mount Snow today. 3 people taken to the hospital. No word yet on how serious those injuries are. Well, in just a few hours, unionized Greyhound workers will be marking their first full day out on strike. 9,000 unionized workers walked out over wages, disrupting bus transportation for thousands of people nationwide. The company says that 20% of the buses are rolling with replacement workers. In Albany, Greyhound workers are also striking. Tonight, several workers tried unsuccessfully to stop a bus from rolling out with non-union drivers. Well, first thing in the morning, an ENCON official is due to inspect the dump fire in Philmont, Columbia County. Now, the big question is, are there any toxics involved? The dump has been burning for several days. If you were to go to the scene tonight, you'd see a plume of smoke and occasional flare-ups. Tonight in Philmont, town officials met to decide how to put the fire out. They discussed several problems and proposals, but haven't decided exactly what to do as yet. Well, one of the reasons for building the Knickerbocker Arena in downtown Albany, as you know, was to fuel the businesses there, especially at night. Well, tonight, night team reporter John Bryce went out to see if it's all working. John is in downtown Albany right now with that story. John?
Ernie, it used to be that you could only find people on the streets and in the restaurants here in downtown Albany on Friday nights, but in the past month since the Knick opened, things have certainly changed.
There's life after dark now in the shadow of the Knick. The most obvious is in the restaurant and bars. Pagliacci's restaurant was here 8 years before the Knick opened, and since night 1 and Frank Sinatra, business has nearly doubled.
We used to do anywhere from 50 to 75 dinners a night. Now we're doing 120, 140 some nights.
A block away, it's meant a strong start for newcomer Martell's, which just opened in November.
There's so many people down here early in the evening. They get here like at 4:30, 5 o'clock, park their cars, go out and have something to eat, you know, a couple of drinks, and they go up and watch the show. They come back afterwards, wait for the traffic to die down. It's tremendous.
It's even spawned new business. Although you might not be happy to hear about it, it's called paid parking at night.
Nobody was ever open after 5 o'clock.
So this has created a whole new business.
Yeah.
Since night 1, the Knick has had $3.5 million in ticket sales. They say that has and will mean millions to local business.
We project that for every $1 in ticket sales that we do here at the arena, another 2 to 2.5 is being pumped into the local economy.
New business is already jumping on the Knick bandwagon. 3 new restaurants will soon open in the Knick atrium. And just across the street at Pagliacci's, they just finished building a new ballroom. And they all think there will be plenty of new Knickerbockers to go around.
I think it's going to just keep on picking up and picking up and picking up.
Now, downtown, of course, isn't the only place that will benefit. Area hotels will put up guests for events and conventions, and the sales tax generated from all of this will go right into the county coffers. And it's really good to see people out and around at this hour of night around here, Ernie.
It's pleasant to see all those happy businessmen, too.
That's right.
Thank you, John.
You're welcome.
Turning now to the weather, John, how far above normal was the weather, the temperature today?
Very much so, to say the least. We should be about 38 degrees, and our official high today, Ernie, was 52. We were only 7 degrees away from the all-time record on this date. Our low this morning was 29, and no precipitation reported today. A beautiful day, spring-like weather, but unfortunately, it's going to change, and very, very soon. And I'll be back with the complete weather in just a little while.
Okay, thank you, John. Also coming up on the night team report, just what caused the explosion on the battleship Iowa. Congress says one thing, the Navy says another. We'll explain. But first, a former KGB agent who is now in the U.S. tells all.
Your knowledge.